Hey y'all, I'm going to show you a trick or a advice that you should do if you own an Acura TL or any Acura for all that sense. This we're working on a 2016 Acura TLX here. My father-in-law, I bought this car, this was wrecked. We fixed it for him and gave it to him. And recently the transmission has been going to neutral. This is not one of the Acura TLXs that has a recall. This is 2016. The wire crimping issue was on 2015's. So after doing all the diagnostics, found out that he had burned up the ABS computer, and that's why it was going into neutral while driving, which is a very unsafe situation. So we were able to get a new ABS computer, and in this case, I'm only going to change the module portion of it. I'm not going to change the actual thing, so I have to bleed the brakes and all that. I'll make a separate video how to do that, so you don't have to program it. If you change this without going through the protocol I'm going to show you, you're going to have to program it or take it to Acura to get it programmed. But the reason for this ABS module burned up, which computers generally don't burn up on cars, the reason that this one burned up was that they jumped this battery backwards. Prior to me marking it, both cables are black. This one's black, so if you take it to anywhere that is not familiar with the cars, or if they're not looking, they're likely to jump them backwards. In that case, it burns up likely burn up the fuse. But beyond that, on these newer cars, on older cars, you could just get away with changing fuses. On these newer cars, they have a tendency to burn up a bunch of computers. In this case, take a marker, take a pen. If you have, I don't have any red spray paint here, but if you have red spray paint the positive terminal on yours. So if you ever need to jump it at nighttime, or if you take it somewhere that's not familiar with it, they can easily know which one it is, and you save yourself a lot of headache. Just in case you do jump one of these backwards, this is the base model. On the other ones, on the Advanced and on the Tech, they do have a DC-DC voltage converter. Basically what it does is stabilizes the voltage. And a lot of computers, they rely on a clean voltage to be able to function. That's one of the main things that'll burn out on these. On this one, it does not have that, so it burned out the ABS computer. So we're going to start out with the ABS computer first and see if it still does it. There's likelihood that the transmission computer also got burned up, and also the main ECM got burned up. Right now, it does start, but as I said, while you're driving it, all of a sudden it goes into neutral. When I pulled the codes, I had a significant amount of codes for rear steering, for all sorts of things. The main thing that led me to the ABS was when I was looking through the live data, it was showing 25 volts as the ignition voltage, which you should never have 25 volts coming into a unit. Just to confirm that, I took the wires and I checked it with a voltmeter. Every wire that's going into the ABS is 12, 13 volts, somewhere in there, depending on the car's running or not. So we know it's getting good feed. So hope is that it's the ABS module. At this point, the only thing I'm missing is I need a deep T5 to get to this one, which I have the shallow T5, but the deep ones on this won't get to it. So I got that on order, and I'll make a video and show you how to change that.